going on, Jerome's? Last year, the Minnesota Vikings, despite some huge plays from Dalvin Cook, the 81-yard run against Buffalo, the 53-yard touchdown against Miami, etc., the Vikings running game wasn't that great. They're 20th in the NFL in rushing yards, 22nd in yards per carry. Dalvin, despite having another 1,000-yard season, had a career low of 4.4 yards per carry, and you could just tell, like, watching them on 3rd and short, 4th and inches, just like they didn't have that juice, and the Vikings needed an overhaul for the running game. Now, part of it was moving on from Dalvin Cook. I understand that was kind of unpopular, but, I mean, Dalvin with the Jets right now, it's better to move on slightly too early versus slightly too late. That's right. And the Vikings extended longtime backup Alexander Mattison to a 2-year contract, making him the guy. But so far, through 2 weeks, running game been a little bit rough. Madison hasn't really been able to get loose. Ty Chandler has gotten some sparing work and just hasn't looked great overall. And the Vikings breaking records. Let's go. Pro Football Reference. Go. The Vikings only have 69. Nice. Rushing yards through 2 games. They're just the 7th team in the last 50 years to have fewer than 70 rushing yards through the first 2 games. Now, there's a lot of reasons for that can be explained away. Number 1, small sample size. 2, game script, especially week 2 against the Eagles. The Vikings were in catch-up mode. And also playing Vita Vea week 1, Jordan Davis, Fletcher Cox, and Jalen Carter week 2. So there's some reasoning there, but either way, the Vikings do have to get the running game on track, and it's not just Madison, it's not just Ty Chandler. It is part and parcel of the offensive line. It's part of Kevin O'Connell as well, and I just love when we're able to organically bring back memes. It's my favorite thing. It's my favorite thing, man. That's right. But the Vikings running game so far this year, 21st in PFF run blocking grade, 55.0. Running backs have combined for 23 carries, 62 yards, 0 touchdowns, 2.69. Not nice yards per carry. But also, you look at some contact numbers. So Madison is only averaging 2.2 yards per carry before contact, which would rank him 38th in the NFL amongst running backs. Ty Chandler is getting hit in the backfield, man. Minus 0.3 yards before contact, which is second to last in the NFL. So, again, it's not all on Madison. It's certainly not all on Ty Chandler either. So the offensive line needs to get their ish together. Now, there are some improvements on the way. Dalton Reisner in the mix certainly helps, even though he's definitely more of a pass protecting guard. He would be an upgrade along the offensive line. Bradbury and Darisaw back to 100%, especially Darisaw. Darisaw is one of the better young run blocking left tackles in the game. Plays with a chip. Has got that attitude, and you do love that. Better play calling from Kevin O'Connell. Seems like the run game play calling has been a little bit helter-skelter, just sort of like, oh, it's first down, so we must run directly at Vita Vea or directly at Jordan Davis, and it's just been a little bit rough. But I think Kevin O'Connell getting into a flow in terms of play calling certainly would make a lot more sense. Also, there should be so much opportunities to run as the Vikings passing game continues to grow and show, even though, the Vikings are playing a lot of 12 personnel. The Vikings are also chucking it all over the yard with JJ and Addison and Hawkinson, so that should be opening things up at the line of scrimmage to be able to get a run going. Madison getting into a rhythm, and that's something that we've remarked about when Madison was filling in for Dalvin, where the games where where Dalvin was out and Madison started, he played relatively well. In fact, extremely well, averaging just shy of 100 yards per game. And Madison, he never got a chance to build a rhythm, which running backs need, where they need carry, to get a feel for the game, get a feel for what the defense is going to give up, get a feel for how the blocking is that day. And I do think that the Vikings are able to keep a positive game script, which, the last point, playing with the damn lead, which the Vikings haven't really done the first 2 weeks, will certainly help out Alexander Mattison. And also, Chandler has a nice change of pace back. Myles Gaskin is a well-rounded running back who's done some things in this league too. I think all of that does make sense, and I do have faith that the Vikings will get things going up front, and getting the run game going is important because it keeps stress off of Kirk Cousins, where defenses don't know that they're just going to drop back and throw. Also, the offensive line getting a little bit of confidence, a little bit of mojo going, because offensive linemen will tell you, like, when you're moving forward, when you're run blocking, it feels so good, but as opposed to moving backwards, just pass blocking, just all that stuff. Plus, part and parcel is extending these drives, running a little bit of clock will help keep that defense fresh late in the games and late in season. So everything is symbiotic, and it all starts up front. Offensive line needs to get their ish together, and I have faith that Madison and Chandler and the rest of the running backs will be good to go. But your thoughts are thoughts. Vikings need to get back to running the dang ball. Oh, that's right. That's right, man. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.